Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Smoke Break 808. We're going to be taking a look at another cigar and talking a little bit of stories here. Yeah, we're going to be looking at one really good one. I haven't had this cigar before, um, but I believe we got this from Brother John too, and through Pravada. I think, and man, anytime I'm going to do a Pravada cigar, it's always exciting, man, because, I haven't had anything that came from these guys, man. That guy Brian Descend, I think is his last name. Man, his brothers just crank out some real good stuff, and it's a club, so I don't know how you guys get hooked up with that stuff, man. And but if you guys look them up, you guys will find it. And here's another really nice looking cigar, real amazing to look at. Here you go. It's made by, looks like Pinnacle Cigars, and there was a tag on it. Shoot, I just threw it away. It's called Serene. Yeah, Serene. So Pinnacle Cigars. It's called Serene. I don't know anything about this cigar, but it looks like about 6 by maybe 50, 52, maybe 6 by 50. Oh man, I can't wait to light this thing up. Um so yeah, it fires up. Look at this nice blue band. I love blue. Yeah, so we'll cut this thing. Hope you guys had a great day, man. Hope you guys are doing well. A lot of challenges out there. Went out to look for a job and just to get something, to keep me going. You know, and so I was looking for something simple. So it was a security job. Man, that was something else, man. I never did get fired in my life, but I got fired before I even got hired. Man, look at that. You know, I was parked in the wrong place, and so they just released me just because of parking. But that's all right. One door closed, another one opens, right? Man, it's too funny, man. A funny world we live in. And it's getting cold out here too. I think it's like maybe 69, 68. Oh, I tell you, man. Dude, I don't know anything about this cigar. It looks like a Habano wrapper for sure. Um, hmm. The only thing that like the cap was like maybe a double cap. I forget. I should have looked at it a little better. So you don't have too much room. So what I should have done was I should have cut it with my V cutter. But I've been using this cutter for a bit now, man. Like right off the top, it's so tasty. Mm. Like like a lot of times the cigars that are aged real nicely. That's how a lot of the great cigars that you get from that I've smoked out of the Pravada lines and stuff. They have these different LCAs and all that stuff. And I wish I kept the card, man, Brian. I'm sorry. I got cards all over the place, and I don't know, man. I should be I was always a bad student. That's the problem. Hmm. Oh, like nice lemon flavors. Now Dominican again. I always can pick up Dominican. If there's a Dominican in this thing, man, I want somebody to tell me. If you guys can let me know in the comments. If you guys had this one before, and there's Dominican fillers in here, it's got to have some Nicaraguan fillers because all of that pepper. But that nice lemon zesty note that's coming from this one. You know, I'm gonna say there's Dominican fillers in here. Mm. Oh, the smoke output. You know, talking about PSS ITA. What is it? Put some smoke in the air, man. You gonna put some smoke in the air? You smoke this Pinnacle here, the Serene, this Pinnacle cigars. Man, you know, it was really exciting for me too. Seeing these guys, Brian, commenting on the thing. It's exciting for me. We're just a little pimple on an elephant's butt, right? You know, but for have people like that to comment, on your page, right? We had the what do you call it, the League of Fat Bastards. They sent us something. Even though they sent this to us once, I know Brian. I'm holding you to it, man. You said you're gonna send us something. We're gonna be looking out for that thing. I just checked the email that I was like, man, I forgot. Did I forget to send you the address? But I just sent it out anyways. But dude, you hit it out of the park again. This is a great cigar right off the start. It's the construction so far it looks like it's going to wait is just a little tilt right now, but it's just a start, right? Hmm. Oh, bruh. She whiz. Well, it's so good. It's like uh, the trouble I'm gonna have again is that I only have one of these, and I was hoping to do one of these cigars, man, because I've been smoking some other stuff that I got from one of my buddies. What was it? It's the Lost Art and what is it? The Prensado. I've been smoking a lot of the Prensados lately. The Alec Bradley. I love Alec Bradley cigars, but man, every night and then I save all of these for the reviews, right? My gosh, wow. It's just so delicious, right off the start. And we're gonna be smoking this thing all the way through. We're hoping to just do a real quick review, but I had a feeling we're gonna take this thing, on the first, second, and the final third, the cigars. Every time we hit something real, that's a banger and stuff like that, man. It's only fair that we share the whole cigar with you guys. A lot of times, man, we cut it short and we think cigar's not going to be good and stuff like. And then at the final third, we get knocked with something different, man. So right now, right off the first third, pretty much, some lemon zest. There's even some sweetness, and it's a real balanced cigar. The good thing about it is like it tastes like it's been aged. That's the good thing about cigars. Sometimes is when it has that clean smoke, man. Hmm. Hmm. And it's not windy out here, so it's a perfect time to smoke. Hmm. Yeah. So we're gonna take this through the first third, and then we'll hit you guys up again. Okay. Aloha. Oh. Okay, here we go, man. We stay in the tail end of the first third. I gotta imagine. Hey, looking at where we stay. Anyway, but this thing, man. This is one cherry cigar. I'm telling you guys, man. If you guys ever can get your hands on this thing, man, find it. Get one for me. Smoke one for you. Oh, mm, so delicious, man. Just a nice, sweet, zesty flavors. You know, real nicely balanced. Some nice pepper too. Just enough spice, and the pepper is kind of spicy pepper. It's just right up my alley. Just so delicious, delicious. Mm, mm. Yeah, man. I had a busy week this week. Last week, but man, the funny thing was that the job that I went to, because I had to do a physical. The physical took forever. I had to go to this place, whatever the name of that place that they use, and so I spent almost like at least 4 hours just to go to the physical, man, and then it's funny when you do eye tests now. I knew I was going to do an eye test, so I had to memorize the stuff. I do stuff like that sometimes. I just memorize the bottom line that I know I gotta read and stuff. And so I passed with flying colors and that stuff. But man, we went and then I had to go do that test. So there's a class that you have to take to there's a class that you got to take, and that's an 8 hour, supposed to be an 8 hour class. So I'm there early, right? The class started at 8 o'clock. They go Savai. Savai. That's our dog name, Savai. Anyway, so what do you call it? It was like 8 o'clock, but I got there like maybe 6:30. So I went into the parking structure, and the parking structure has whatever the company's name. I don't know if I should mention it or not, but then it says reserved for that company, right? So I parked because there was hardly anybody there, and then, I waited around when it got kind of close to when the class was going to start. Somewhere around like 7:15, 7:30. So I started walking around to find somebody to make sure I can park there. Sure enough, I saw one of the girls sitting in that company truck, and I asked her if hey, sister, you got to talk like that. You got to bust out your pigeon, right? I said, sister, how you doing? She said, good, good, good. I said, hey, well, I can park down here or what? And she said, well, what you here for? So I said, oh, I'm still here for do the test for Allied. Oh, sorry. Okay, for for that company. And so she said, oh yeah, yeah, you're right. So I'm not thinking anything of it. And then went up to the class. I was the first one there. The teacher escorted me inside. Dog, porigi, bara. You know, uh, they say, come inside, sit down, start talking story. Finding out where you from, doing the football thing, talking about the Super Bowl a little bit. And then all of a sudden another kid comes in, right? The kid comes in, he starts talking story with the guy, comes out to find out they knew the teacher knew his dad. He was from this uh, high school over here. It's called Radford. Anyway, so that's where that kid was from, and he played there, and he coached it. Long story short, I got into their conversation. We started talking story, and then I said, "Oh, well, so what? Were you in park?" And he said, "Oh, his mom dropped him off." I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, 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 good, 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 good." And then all of a sudden, right at about like maybe 7:50, this other guy comes running in, yeah, kind of palangi guy. So like a local haole brother. And he came inside running, all sweating because he was parked like a mile and a half away. And I said, "Oh, boo, well, what you doing?" So I had to run because of class. So I never like be late for the class. And I said, "Well, where you still park?" He said, "Oh, a mile and a half away." I said, "Mile and a half away? You crazy?" I said, "Boo, no worry. I stay right downstairs. I'll take you now." I'm not thinking about anything because I was supposed to be okay, right? Anyway, and the teacher was there. He heard me saying that I was parked downstairs, and then the kid got a phone call, just before class started, and because usually before class you got to fill out these papers and you turn them into the teacher, and then he the instructor, and then he tells you, okay, you're all set for the class, right? Anyway, so he does it, but his phone rings and he takes a call, and then what do you call? He said he had to uh he wanted to be excused to go run and move his car. They called him that his car was getting going to be towed if he didn't get there to move it. So I told him, dude, I'll take you so it doesn't take you so long. And then he said, oh yeah, but uh, the parking. I said, oh yeah, that's right. You know what? You gotta go run because I don't want to lose my parking because I'm downstairs. And so the teacher said, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we sat in there, did that thing. He went, came back. I told him, "Yeah, I'll drop you off when we're done with the class." So another kid came in. And then he parked, and I said, "Hey, boo, what? Where you in park?" He said, "Oh shoot, I had to park." He had to park kind of far away too, and I said, "Oh shoot, man, that's a good thing I came early, right?" Then, we went through the whole class, right? What's good? Oh, the first half of the class at least. Sorry about that dog, man. We're gonna cut this dog out. There you go. Anyway, that's how we do it. Shh. Mm, bro, that's so. That's so. We broke for lunch, right? And everybody's going to go buy lunch and stuff like that. So I said, I'm not sure go pick me up something to eat too. So I went downstairs. I was going to go take my truck or pick up something. And my car was being hooked up. It was on the tow truck. So I walked up to the tow truck, the driver. I said, "Hey, bully, what? That's my truck." He said, "Oh, honest." I said, "Bro, no worry, no worry. This your truck." I said, "Yeah, yeah." I said, "Oh, no worry. I'll go drop your truck." I said, "Wow, how much can it cost? Because usually you gotta pay for this stuff, right?" He said, "Oh, no worry about it, man. So I got you. I'll just drop him." But this guy was just pissed off. He called us and told us he's complaining about your truck still over here and stuff. I said, "What? You can park down here? Are you allowed to park over here?" I said, "Yeah, they told me I can park over here because I still, doing the class and so on and so forth." Just telling him. And so he drops the stuff. I bought after him $20. I said, "Oh, thanks, everybody. Go take that. Go buy your lunch." And so not thinking anything of it, right? But I said, "Okay, I'm gonna move my truck. I guess not supposed to be down here." So I moved my truck. I went across the street, parked them in the hospital, pay valet another $10 or $9 or something. So I'm $30 out that day, right? And so came back to class, and I said, "Oh, good thing I went downstairs, in the class because everybody was in the class already." And I said, "Man, good thing I went downstairs. They was ready for tow my truck." And the teacher never once said, the instructor never once said, "Oh, you're not supposed to park down there." He never said anything like that. All I heard was people saying that they were going to park either down by the place there or on the street parking, but nobody told me anything about this thing. Long story short, maybe 5 minutes into our second session, I hear a knock on the back door because I was sitting in the back and they knock on the door. And then I heard a girl's voice calling the instructor if they could talk outside. So they went outside, talk outside. And I'm not thinking anything of it at this time, right? So just wait. He comes back inside. No more 1 minute. I hear another knock on the door. And then I hear the guy, one guy in the back, Christian. I looked in the back. So, yeah, just get your paperwork together. Shit, and then come with me. Now I'm thinking, man, shoot, this thing is bad, man. I'm getting ready for go to an interview. Maybe we're going to be starting real soon, right? So he says, yeah, just go put your paperwork in there. Go right into that office. So I went. I dropped the paper on the table, and then I sat down. Just sat down. Shoulders back and stuff like that, ready for my interview. Oh, my man says, "Okay, right there's the door. You can just find your way out." I said, "Oh, what's the matter?" He says, "Oh yeah, we're not accepting your application." I said, "Oh, what happened?" He said, "Oh, did you have trouble with your car? You was getting ready to get towed away, yeah? You was parked downstairs." I said, "Oh yeah, yeah, but nobody told me anything." He said, "Oh no, don't worry about it. Just go out the door, and then, we're not going to be accepting your application anymore." So I left. I said, "Man, I never even get hired, and they would fire me." I was thinking, bully, this is just too much. So I had to call it. I called the girl back. Come to find out, he was the head of the HR. And the funny thing is that when you're in the class, they're teaching you on how to deal with people, right? And that was the worst, worst dealing I ever had. I had no explanation whatsoever, right? Um, Come to find out, when I called this girl that was actually setting me up for all the stuff, she said that she was wondering why did they do that. It was just because of the parking, right? And apparently, in the application, that's why rule number one: make sure you read and pay attention to the applications, right? Because it says in there that you're not allowed to park downstairs. But I figured, man, it's just one thing that we're new, and all this stuff. But that's how it goes, right? This world is pretty crazy. There's a lot of people that can do the job anyway. The good thing about it is, one door closed, another one opens, right? I needed to be somewhere anyway, so I went out to go check out on one of our projects, and then, on my way after that, coming back over the hill, I got a phone call for another job, to go to. So we're okay, but man, it's just crazy. And I think that job is like it's a pretty decent pay, it's security, and that's right where I wanted to be, something at 12, start at 12 o'clock, get out at 8 o'clock in the morning, so you got plenty to, time to go do another job or something, But so I got fired. That's the first time I ever got fired that I can remember. Eh, I don't know if you still call that being fired because you never was hired. I'm, I like the thought of being fired and wasn't even hired. Be the first. The cigar, awesome. Hmm. Yeah, man. Look the construction of this thing. Just awesome, bro. Nice albino looking wrapper. I don't know if it's a sun grown wrapper, but very, very delicious. It's like you got like a little bit of a, that those Cinnabons, man, with that nice glaze on top. I can't do that stuff, man. Yeah, that's the other thing. My wife's birthday was not too long ago, so we celebrated on Sunday. Hmm. And I had messed up. To be honest with you guys, I had messed up. I had cake, a little bit cake. Had and if I'm gonna eat cake, I'm gonna eat ice cream. So I had a couple scoops of ice cream. Uh, Dessert, we had banana lumpias. If you guys ever had that, man, you guys come down. You guys come to Hawaii, turn you on to the best banana lumpia on the island. What else did I have, man? That took me overboard. I didn't eat rice. Um, See, we had Filipino food, so we had this thing called sig sig. Man, you guys ever had sig sig? That's the one right there. Um, we had some pancit. I ate just a little bit of the pancit, you know. So, we cheated a little bit. And so I was afraid to jump on the scale. The pants still feel pretty decent. I had to go pick up a couple more pants today. I think you know we'll be all right, man. If you guys ever fall while you guys are doing you guys thing, man. If you guys ever got to cheat, but get back on it right away, because if you don't get back on it right away, you know what happens, right? Hmm. Yeah. So we're gonna light this thing up again. Get through the second, third, and then we'll get back to you guys again. Okay. Aloha. Okay, guys, here we are in the final third. I wish we wasn't gonna end this thing, but man, but this thing is so oily. Man, if you look at the burn on this thing, man, it was good all the way through. Just the beginning part thing was sliding a little bit, man, but otherwise, it's an awesome cigar. Man, Brian, there you have it. Hmm. Yeah, so much smoke. I mean, it's like, how you gotta suck on the cigars a lot of times to just get some smoke out. Man, it's just like one single puff. Mm, just delicious, creamy, zesty, just a firecracker of a cigar, man. This bugger is just so good, man. I gotta remember to chalk this one up. This bugger is gonna hit the list. I mean, because it's like everything I want in a cigar. Nice spice, nice peppery. It's pretty peppery. It's got nice zesty floral notes. Man, just that like the cinnamon. You got all this stuff, and it's so balanced. I love it when, and I find the cigars like this are the ones that are really well aged. And man, it's just hate putting these things away. Man, it's a great smoke. And I hope you guys can get your hands on it, man. It's a Pinnacle Cigars. Uh, it's from Pravada, but it's called Serene. Okay, man, if you guys can, bro, this bugger is a keeper. Hmm. Oh, so delicious. And if you guys ever can, and don't forget, man, if you guys can, do us a favor, like, share, subscribe to the videos, man. And we keep pressing. Okay, we bring you guys more videos every time we get a chance. Okay, so love you guys. Aloha and shaka shaka.